There is a reason we tend to feel sleepy around the same time each night. And if we don't set an alarm, we tend to wake up at the same time in the mornings. As long as we are not pulling all-nighters or traveling across several time zones, our bodies tend to want to follow consistent sleep patterns. Our sleep schedules do vary from person to person, depending in large part of the environmental cues we give our bodies, like when we set our alarms, when we are most active during the day, when we eat, and when we let ourselves hit the pillow. Because our sleep schedules depend on the signals we send to our bodies, such as "it's not time to go to bed yet," "there's another episode of your favorite series queued up on Netflix, I should watch." That means we can send our bodies signals to adjust our sleep schedules too. Just because you are in a rut or going to bed at 2 am doesn't mean you can't change that. If you do not want to get your sleep schedule back on track, you are going to need to reset your body clock. According to the National Institutes of Health, our body clocks regulate our body's circadian rhythms. These are the patterns of physical, mental, and behavioral changes, including sleep patterns regulated by body temperature, hormone secretion, and external factors like light and darkness. Our body's master clock is located in a part of the brain's hypothalamus called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN, which receives light information from the retina in the eye and sends the information to other parts of the brain, including the gland that releases the sleep signaling hormone, melatonin. Light suppresses that production of melatonin, which is directly involved in sleep initiation. That means the light signals you send to your brain, whether from sunlight or from glowing computer and cell phone screens, are some of the key factors that can keep your sleep schedule on track, get it back on track, or throw it off significantly. Now we need to understand why our sleep schedules get off track. Because our body clocks, which control our sleep schedules, are sensitive to light, things like how much sunlight we are exposed to throughout the day, or what type of light we are exposed to at night, affect our sleep schedules. Additionally, things like traveling across time zones or staying up a lot later than usual can throw off sleep patterns. It's because we are asking our bodies to sleep at different times than our body's internal clocks, which are telling us to sleep. Similarly, people who do rotating shift work, such as overnight workers or truck drivers, for whom it's difficult to stick to a consistent sleep schedule, tend to have difficulty with sleep. It's because their body clocks run on a different schedule than they are allowing their bodies to follow. Now this is problematic, not only because on a day-to-day basis, having a misaligned body clock and sleep schedule can result in a poor sleep quality and you not getting the sleep you need, but also over time, that misaligned has been found to be linked to several chronic health problems such as sleep disorders, obesity, diabetes, depression, bipolar disorder, and seasonal affective disorder, among others. Having a severely misaligned body clock and sleep schedule is itself considered a sleep disorder. According to the National Sleep Foundation, about 1% of adults have advanced sleep phase disorder, meaning that they go to bed early from 6 to 9 pm and wake up early between 1 to 5 am. Others, especially younger people, may experience the opposite, which is delayed sleep phase syndrome or DSPS, or going to bed extremely late and waking up late. It's estimated to affect as many as 15% of teenagers. Delayed sleep phase syndrome or DSPS is a circadian rhythm disorder. associated with an inability to fall asleep at the individual's desired time, typically falling asleep several hours later, and an inability to wake up at the desired time. Due to the individual's daytime obligations, a person with DSPS may be forced to wake up earlier or go against their natural circadian tendency. This can lead to chronic sleep deprivation, poor performance, and depression. If you have fallen into a sleep schedule that's not working for you because you're having trouble getting up in the morning, staying up later than you want, or whatever the case, what can you do? Here are my 10 tips for resetting your sleep schedule. Try taking these steps to get your sleep patterns on the track that works for you. My first tip is to adjust your bedtime but be patient. If you are aiming to go to sleep earlier, then try slowly scaling back your bedtime until you are at the desired hour. Often you may need help from a physician with this. As a general rule, it's easier to push away sleep than to advance sleep. So you could stay up later an hour at a time, but going to bed earlier is hard to do. To get to sleep earlier, going slowly and in small increments, adjusting no more than 15 minutes earlier every 2 to 3 days will help. Number 2. Do not nap even if you feel tired. Napping can interfere with going to sleep at night. I would recommend scheduling exercise when you feel like napping. The exercise will chase away the sleepiness. Then you can save up that drive to sleep for later at night. Number 3. Do not sleep in and get up at the same time each day. Being consistent is important in maintaining a functioning sleep schedule. Get a good alarm clock and don't hit the snooze. The clock in your head needs instructions. It needs to know what is your desired time to get up. The brain expects that people more or less wake up at the same time every day. The idea of weekends or travel across time zones is foreign to how the brain works. That's what throws it off. It's also about changing our state of mind and looking forward to tomorrow with a sense of purpose. You need a reason to get out of bed. I like to make a distinction between getting out of bed and waking up. They are not the same thing. You need a reason that you enjoy to get out of bed. Number 4. Be strict about sticking to your sleep schedule. Once you have reached a workable bedtime and a consistent wake-up time, don't allow yourself to stray from it. Even one night can ruin the progress you have made. Predictability is key. Number 5. Avoid exposure to light before you want to sleep. According to a research published in June 2014 in the journal named Photochemistry and Photobiology, exposure to evening light can shift your body clock to a later schedule. And the study author notes that reducing household light exposure before bedtime is a simple and effective step towards reducing circadian misalignment. When possible, if you are trying to go to sleep earlier, avoid bright and outdoor light close to bedtime. That includes light from cell phone, laptop and TV screens. And keep your surroundings dim at night. Number 6. Avoid eating or exercising too close to bedtime. Exercise can wake you up and food can give you heartburn, which could keep you up at night. Also watch out for caffeine and nicotine, both of which are stimulants and can affect your sleep at night. Number 7. Set the mood and create a relaxing bedtime routine. Take a warm bath and play some relaxing music, for instance. Make sure your bed is comfortable, the room is dark and the temperature is not too warm. You want people to look forward to sleeping. Going to sleep should not be a chore. My 8th tip is to try melatonin. Melatonin supplements might help, but there could be side effects for some people, as well as contraindications with other medicines, both prescribed and over the counter. So check with your doctor before trying this strategy. Number 9. Try light therapy to readjust your rhythm. Consider bright light therapy, which is a time exposure to bright light in the morning. You can do this under your doctor's care. Over-the-counter devices marketed for seasonal affective disorder or SAD can also be used for shifting circadian rhythm. It's really very safe, though it's a good idea to make sure you don't have any eye diseases, any diseases of your retina, so you should have your doctor check you. But most healthy young people with good vision can just use the devices for seasonal affective disorder with very little likelihood of running into trouble. It's most effective to use the light as close to your wake up time as possible. Hours later, the light won't matter. It won't shift your cycles. You want your brain to understand that your wake up time is dawn. Number 10. Schedule a visit with a healthcare provider. If your sleep schedule is interfering with job and other responsibilities, if the above strategies don't work, or if you are struggling with sleep in any way, tell your doctor. Sleep affects our functioning and our health now, as well as our long-term health. Chronically, not getting good sleep can do a lot of damage, and there are healthcare providers out there who can help. If your primary healthcare provider does not expertise in sleep, he or she can refer to a sleep specialist who can help. How long it will likely take to reset your clock depends on what's causing you to be off. If you are simply adjusting after being in a different time zone, the rule of thumb is that it usually takes 1 day per time zone. But some people take 2 weeks to adjust if it's a really long trip. For people with a condition like DSPS, getting back on track depends on how long the pattern has been entrenched. If people have had poor sleep for years, they are surprised when they are starting to get better. And when you are surprised about your sleep getting better, that wakes you up. Because you're not sure it's going to keep working. It takes maybe 2 months for the novelty of sleeping well to wear off. Changing a sleep schedule isn't easy, but with the proper discipline, it can be done. Don't get upset with yourself, because it just makes the problem worse. Know that sleep will always come eventually. So if you have learned something new today, then give this video a like and share with a friend. And here are some other videos I think you will enjoy. Just click to the left or right, and remember, stay home, stay safe.